Welcome to Part B of Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project's Business Talk Documentary Chapters Platforms Initiatives. Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project's registration number 2020/800-54607. Subject number 2 and subject number 8. On the business to implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business by Manung M.A. Manung Makhuka Alpheus, Director of Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects. The business of implementing Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business is a village reconstruct business. The business to reconstruct Motse wa Rakgolo tradition village and to turn ancestor tradition Inkosi village area into a village and tradition village into a business village and a modern constituent business village. That is the aim of Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects. I repeat, to turn an ancestor tradition village into a modern constituent business village, to market business and tradition village business to the outer business world markets. Through Village Reconstruct Business Talk documentary on community service and through the business to reconstruct business and tradition. By introducing a new concept, job design, business village model and strategy to work rotate shifts business for all and to work and initiate rotate shift work the land projects. Programs, tradition activities and points of views that represent the spirit to build the economy and the nation. Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects is business to implement village reconstruct business and specialize in reconstruction and reconstructing the business mind, the economy and society, to end land poverty, to end dependency syndrome, to end rural settlement mentality, and to turn ancestor tradition village into a modern constituent business village and reduce city life business competition. The aim of implementing Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business is to stabilize business environment within communities and tradition Inkosi village KGORO ya MOSHATE areas. Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project target market and provide business solutions where business and tradition often intermingled and conflict by creating employment and business to all clients across the globe, and by selling Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct implementation business to all clients and generate monthly income for Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business enterprise. And by selling the following projects duties, business duties, programs establishment duties, and tradition activities and learning duties, and tradition activities practices learning practices business duties. Remember, this is the business that has been neglected for a very long time, but we at Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects has initiated an invention research on these projects and initiate the business to reconstruct business and tradition. The business to present village reconstruct. Business and village reconstruct commodity business as trademark to commercialize the business that has been neglected for a very long time. By giving value and price to tradition village business, to tradition activities, practices. And number one, to implement the business to sell the name Motse wa Rakgolo as the results research findings, and as an investment for tradition village communities to invest in the name Motse wa Rakgolo and to sell the business and business duty as village reconstruct for tradition village communities to buy, as village reconstruct business to invest in Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project business. This is for purpose of reconstruction of Motse wa Rakgolo. This is for purpose of reconstructing Motse wa Badimo, Motse wa Rakgolo Togola heritage site. Our pride, our economy and business for all. And to introduce ancestor family education on tradition learning and motivating idiom expressions such as rutang bana ditaola lesele tsona badimong. Badimong ke motse mo tre Motse wa Rakgolo, our one ancestor family grandfather tradition village. Number two, to implement the business to restructure tradition village and Motse wa Rakgolo Togola heritage site. And heritage site through structuring, planning, architect, all in one savings society, village local farming, village local construction, village local business MOSHATE connect centers, and ancestor family education on tradition learning programs for economic development of tradition village communities and rural development. Number three, we are saying to implement the business to sell Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct business village model and strategy. The business to invent business village model and strategy and initiate village economy building initiative projects and village economy building a business programs and tradition activities that represent the spirit to build the economy and the nation by declaring both business and tradition as business to sell and business to buy, as business to work, rotate, shift, business for all, and business to work, rotate, shift, work the land projects and programs for Motse wa Rakgolo village local farming projects, Motse wa Rakgolo village local construction projects, Motse wa Rakgolo business MOSHATE connect center project, and Motse wa Rakgolo ancestor family educate on tradition and on idiom expression motivations such as rutang bana ditaola lesele tsona badimong. Badimong ke motse o motre Motse wa Rakgolo. This is to educate children to know that Badimong is our ancestor family grandfather tradition village. Motse wa Badimo, Motse wa Rakgolo Togola heritage site. Our pride, our economy and business for all. And point number 4, I'm saying again, Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects identify tradition village areas. Yes, tradition village areas for the sake of tradition village reconstruct activities. Tradition village activities programs reconstruct. tradition village communities in townships, and tradition village communities in the cities reconstruct and reconnect them with their original ancestor family roots. To implement the business to identify tradition village areas, tradition village communities in townships and in cities, tradition activities to keep, to practice and to maintain tradition local in donor village sections, constituency, tradition local village KGORO ya MOSHATE area, and local municipalities, local department of economic development, local provincial government and national government in this order. For tradition village communities and Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project clients to buy and invest their village economy building initiative skills through Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project business and get village reconstruct business for all as per rotating shift duty roster and timetable, and implement village reconstruct work the land project as per rotating shift duty roster and timetable. Number 5, Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects implement the business to build village economy, go aga moruo wa motse wa badimo, Motse wa Rakgolo within tradition Inkosi village areas, and specialize in reconstructing the business mind, the economy and society. And by introducing Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project business through, number 1, there are 19 of them, if not 20. 6.1, Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects establishing. What do we mean? We are saying to establish village local farming projects, village local construction projects, business MOSHATE connect center projects, rotate indigenous languages to learn to talk, tradition Inkosi village MOSHATE projects, and ancestor family educate on tradition learn programs. 6.2, Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects establishing. Here we are saying to establish village local farming projects, village local construction projects, business MOSHATE connect center projects, rotate indigenous languages to learn to talk, tradition Inkosi village MOSHATE projects, and ancestor family educate on tradition learn programs. 6.2, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct business trade. Here we are saying to stabilize business environment and the business that has been neglected for a very long time by initiating village economy building initiative projects, programs, and tradition activities, service performance, and points of views that represent the spirit to build the economy and the nation. And 6.3, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct commodity business. Here we are saying to commercialize and to give value to Motse wa badimo, Motse wa Rakgolo to gola heritage site, Motse wa Rakgolo tradition activities learning and tradition activities performance, Motse wa Rakgolo tradition Inkosi village KGORO ya MOSHATE area, and Motse wa Rakgolo tradition village. For municipalities services and municipality land service, and by giving value to village local farming projects, village local construction projects, village local business MOSHATE connect center projects, and ancestor family tradition land programs, and for valuation and for tax purposes and tax compliance. Point number 7, 6.7, 6.4. Here I'm saying Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project. Village Reconstruct Client Self-Service Business. What is Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Client Self-Service? Here we are saying for all clients and self-initiatives, self-reliance and self-employed employees, legitimate support groups and teams, all-in-one savings business society groups to implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business themselves. 6.5, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo rotate indigenous languages business learn with English language translations for communities to learn different indigenous languages and to sell village reconstruct business through all rotate indigenous languages to all clients across the globe. 6.6, Motse wa Rakgolo rotate indigenous languages business talk with English language translations for communities to talk on village reconstruct business through rotate indigenous languages and to sell village reconstruct business to all clients. And 6.7, Motse wa Rakgolo rotate indigenous languages newsletter business with English language translations for all clients to buy and implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business through rotate indigenous languages newsletter business. And 6.8, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo rotate indigenous languages radio talk with English language translations for all clients to implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business through rotate indigenous languages radio talk communications. And 6.9, Motse wa Rakgolo rotate indigenous languages TV talk with English language translations for all clients to implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects business through rotate indigenous languages television talk. And 6.10, I'm saying Motse wa Rakgolo rent business village model and strategy. This is for clients to buy and implement Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business village model and strategy and promote their business strategy. For tradition village communities to participate in village economy building initiatives and turn ancestor tradition village into a modern constituent business village. And 6.11, Motse wa Rakgolo rent Motse wa Rakgolo name. For all clients to invent the name Motse wa Rakgolo and invest in the name and promote and advertise their business. Yes. 6.12, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct talk documentary. This is what I'm doing. To talk and to sell Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct implementation business is as simple as that. And Motse wa Rakgolo voluntary contributions and donations. Here we say contribute to village economy building. And 6.13 and 14, we are saying Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct business presentations. This is to introduce and to sell Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business to all clients through presentations. And 6.15 is Motse wa Rakgolo work the surrounding land and chimo plow fields to implement self-initiatives through self-reliance and for self-employment and establish business where there is no business for self-initiatives, self-reliance and self-employed individuals by working the surrounding land and machimo plow fields. And 6.16, Motse wa Rakgolo reconnect ancestor families in townships. This is a program to reconnect communities and ancestor families with their original ancestor family, grandfather tradition village. And 6.17, Motse wa Rakgolo reconstruct legitimate teams establishing. Here we are saying to build team spirit, teamwork spirit in implementing Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business. Motse wa Rakgolo investment for all in one savings. This is 6.18. To establish one group all-in-one savings business society teams for 12 months savings cycle with national commercial banks for each individual own savings amount setting and for each individual own benefits withdrawal at year end. And 6.19 Motse wa Rakgolo origin Motse for Rakgolo, son and daughter. Here we learn on idiom expression and motivations on the origin of ancestor family, an ancestor family tradition, on tradition learning, and on idiom expression motivation such as rutang banadi taula le selitswana badimong ke motse wa Rakgolo. Our one ancestor family grandfather tradition village motse wa badimo, motse wa Rakgolo to Gola heritage site, and not motse wa Magolo. Our origin, our pride, our heritage, and business for all. 6.7 This is the business to implement the business to stabilize the business environment and the business that has been neglected for a very long time within tradition Inkosi village, KGORO ya MOSHATE area, through village reconstruct trade and the business to commercialize and to give value to tradition activities and tradition village business practice within tradition Inkosi village, KGORO ya MOSHATE areas. Through village reconstruct commodity. Point number 8. This is the business to apply both scientific and indigenous knowledge when employing 130 employees who have both scientific and indigenous village economy building initiative skills. Points of views, projects, programs that represent the spirit to build the economy and the nation. To work at rotate shift business for all and at rotate shift work the land projects and programs to end land poverty, to end dependency syndrome, to end unemployment, to end rural settlement mentality, and to connect village and township economy to city economy and reduce city life business competition and turn ancestor tradition village into a modern constituent business village. Number 9. The business to keep, to define, and to maintain Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects business. Motse wa Rakgolo to Gola heritage site programs. Motse wa Rakgolo ancestor family tradition grandfather original totem Moano. Motse wa Rakgolo ancestor family grandfather original name Sereto poem. And Motse wa Rakgolo ancestor family grandfather burial site and grave. And Motse wa Rakgolo ancestor family traditions. Leina la Rakgolo, Motse wa Rakgolo, le lebitla la Rakgolo ga di kgaogane tradition. Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects confirm by establishing Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project business continuity. And Motse wa Rakgolo, the last touch solemn declaration oath, soil to soil, business to business MOSHATE Connect Center, for local KGORO ya MOSHATE to monitor and to confirm residential, burial, farming, and business operations within a tradition Inkosi village areas, and to work hand in hand with local municipalities for local municipalities to implement municipal bylaws. Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects and all legal registered employees of Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct projects, all legal registered organizations for good cause, all legal clients and customers of Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project shall be the beneficiaries of Motse wa Rakgolo village reconstruct project business benefit policy. And in case of death of business owner Who is Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business owner? All business benefits and all legal beneficiaries of Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Projects clients must confirm their legality and relationship with the former business owner. And only true blood-related children and true blood-related relatives shall be appointed to be the only beneficiaries of Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project business benefits policy. But after all beneficiaries have done DNA blood test approved by the court of law and confirmed by local tradition Inkosi village, KGORO ya MOSHATE, on behalf of national government, as business to build the village economy and the development of local business and local economy. I'm just about to conclude. Point number 10. The business to implement a new concept, job design, business village model and strategy as business solution where business and tradition often intermingled and conflict, and where ancestor family traditions and Christian family values, business methods and business practice differ. By initiating ancestor family education on village reconstruct and Christian family education on village reconstruct, to attract both ancestor families clients and Christian families clients to work as Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project team, without the other group to undermine the other group business methods and business practice. And this business solution is also a clarification where in many African countries, academic education is for the rich and civilized communities, and those who study academic education sometimes get tired and abandon their studies before they obtain their qualifications. And in some other countries, ancestor family education was never introduced, and those who continue to study ancestor family education are regarded as uncivilized. And many Africans continue to argue amongst themselves in defining their own culture, their customs, their rituals, their traditions, and Christian families' values and teachings has replaced ancestor families' values and teachings, to an extent that many Africans do not believe that ancestor family traditions education ever existed before, and they regard those who continue to practice ancestor family traditions as evil, as satanic and witchcraft. And this is a sad reality about an African continent. And Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Project Enterprise therefore introduces business solutions by declaring both business and tradition as business to sell and business to buy. Bageso, this is the last point. Point number 11. The business to build the village economy. Through initiative Motse wa Rakgolo Village Reconstruct Business MOSHATE Connect Centers, connect village economy and township economy to city economy, to reduce city life business competition, to end land poverty, to end dependency syndrome, to end rural settlement mentality, to end unemployment, and to turn ancestor tradition village into a modern constituent business village, while keeping, defining, and maintaining ancestor family traditions. Leina la Rakgolo, Motse wa Rakgolo, le lebitla la Rakgolo ga di kgaogane tradition, culture, totems, rituals, customs, and ancestor family roots, and ancestor family tree, ancestor family burial order, ancestor family grandfather original name, ancestor family my mother relatives, Sereto, poem, and ancestor family my father relatives, Sereto, poem, and my own individual Sereto, poem. Manong magogara putša ditseba sa gagilešwa serogole sa magaba ba re tsoga o širetše motse wa badimo magoka raputšane tseba sa gago ke lejwa ba re tsoga o širetše motse wa badimo ka mmele pelo le moya ngwanaka e re ge e bile bao ba re ba tla go thopa motse wa badimo o re bao ba togo le nna ngwanaka o re bao ba togo le nna mokoboro wa tšhoša thipa bo mmangwetše o re bao ba togo le nna molotela bangwetša ga saete hotele ba botše o re ke moloti wa dikwama tša manong magoka raputša ditseba sa gage ke lejo o re banna rile ge re tloga tšhiture ya sepalong o re e re sepela le bomapulena a thobela e re sepela le bopuakua lesola makubu e re sepela le bolesiba motho wa bosebete bose borubaruba o phala nama tša makhure ditletše ba re ka dithabe re a komela bošega jwa mmapa ka segane e re sepela le dikgole tša menoke maagele tša morato ka dithabe re a komela bošega jwa mmapa ka segane ra ba ra fitlha motseng wa badimo motse wa gamanong magoka raputšane tseba sa ge ke lejwa serogo le sa magaba tledi tša nko o re le ge meloko le metswalle ngwana ka ka hudugela motseng wa kgolekgole ge e le rena bakgaga ba mmakobela ka kgaga re a ikana re tla šala le mabitla le togola motseng wa Rakgolo magoka raputšane tseba sa gage ke lejwa o re tseba ngwanaka motho mang le mang o beilego ke monna le mosadi ke modimo wa legodimo fela yo a bileng gona gomme ya ba yena mohlodi wa legodimo le lefase ge e le badimong ke motse o motee motse wa Rakgolo o re tseba ngwanaka leina la Rakgolo motse wa Rakgolo le lebitla la Rakgolo ga di kgaogane a rialo magoka raputšane a ge mokoni a ge mogaga a ge serogole a ge mokoni ke a leboga.